Welcome back, Final Fantasy 16, Part 15. Sad to say I'm not going to be able to beat Final Fantasy 16 in 16 sessions unless I have a really long session. Which probably won't happen because I'm an old fogey and we can't keep that up. Anyhoozle, we have some quests to finish, namely that main story quest that I definitely did not fall asleep during twice yesterday. Okay? Definitely did not. So I need to return to the hideaway. I gotta deliver the whetstone that's in the hideaway. Is there, or isn't there, a monster to fight here? There is a mark available. And I know where it's at. It is right there. Vamer. Vamer! So we need to leave through the south. Which is one of these ways.
What a mess.
What a mess. Does color seem weird? Looks weird to me. Oh. Guess I did have to go through there to get to where I was gonna go. Dang. Okay. Okay. Out of the way, friend. Doznov terraces.
Faster!
Faster! So we're gonna go south and then east and then south. I'm gonna kick this thing. Pow! And this one, boom! Get wrecked, son. Oh, another one. Wow, necker, bow! Boom! Chuckle kick. Oh, wrong way. Turn around this way. Kick the ever-living heck out of that hell diver. That heck diver. What's this thing?
Welcome back. Thanks, Gal. Too slow.
Thunder!
Nice try.
Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno.
Nice try. Too slow.
pulverize on, that's right. I was messing around with stuff.
Good girl. Run like the wind.
Run like the wind.
Back to the stables, girl.
Back to the stables, girl. I got this Sahagin to fight. Or this, no, this isn't a Sahagin. This is a humanoid. It's the 10 of clubs. Looks like a perfect 10 of axes. Meow. Wow.
Another God's forsaken soul, eh?
This guy's gonna be
Only
easy.
those who have nothing. Show empty your pockets. Too slow.
I was rolling.
To me, boy.
Come on.
Nice try. Too slow. Nice try. Glad you're here. Slow. Nice try.
What on earth? Ah! My face!
Thanks, boy. Slow.
Oh,
You're finished.
thought I was dead because I didn't hit the button in time. Turns out, I did. Level 38, and I got a scarlet titty.
A deserter turned outlaw. We were more similar than we knew.
Hey, I have that one. Oh yeah, I do need to do that one, but I can't do it yet because it won't let me talk to them during this quest. Let's do this part first. Give this guy the sword. Let's buy some potions. Let's refill.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there.
Is it?
It'd better all be here. You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here. Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Sorry for the wait. But hopefully you'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about that sword then?
I did better than that.
A whetstone?
Yes. But not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the curse breakers an edge?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade that rattled me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece. Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard-wearing for that matter. Just imagine it. Good Valisthean steel with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy, nah. I'll make something much better.
I'm sure the curse breakers will be delighted. Just don't push yourself too hard.
Don't you worry about me, Sunshine. I've been
Yeah,
working day
Sunshine.
and night since I was half your age, and I'll still be here when you're long gone. Hey, thanks, Clive. I mean it. I owe you one, August too. It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
You'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it. You come and find me when you've got the materials.
I've got him.
Right? I will.
Ba ba da ba ba da bang da bang da bang. Excalibur does ooh. Excalibur recipe unlocked.
Trouble with your gear, or... So, will it be?
I can make it already, baby. But that's downgraded. What the heck? That's some bullspit, is what that is. You know what I mean? Bullspit. Bull spit. And I can't even upgrade it. Bro, I can make the Excalibur. Why is there something better?
Pair that got hauled into time.
Did I get just casually? Someone please tell me. Does it even look cool?
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Bless me, streamers, for I have sneezed.
Was wondering when you turn up. Had owls from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
It's the
Luck, I
hero
suppose.
way.
Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for mother crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So,
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second guess yourself.
Don't do it.
Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Talia says your brother's awake.
Thank you, Otto.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind.
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. It is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you.
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua! Clive! It's Gav! There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Well, what's the short of it?
Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
No, I don't, because he wouldn't be
Tyre
up.
not such a talented healer. I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive!
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Your benefactors are a generous lot. All in good time, eh? All done?
How are you doing? Quick look. Always something in there.
Well, apparently there's always nothing. And you are useless. All you've done is cost me seconds and minutes and time and hours and days. And what is this? Found him. The pack. South of Tabor in Dalmekia. Well, I'll see if I can find him. I know where that one is, but I still don't know where this one is. And all sorts of side quests around here. Whee! Wee! Wee! Wee!
Will we ever see the sun again? Seems the hideaway is lost its
Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well...
Are you sure it's me you're looking for?
I'm all the cook will be needing, thank you very much. What I want from you... You remember Ivan's stew, right? Well, despite the look of the thing, so I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces myself.
It wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped.
Yeah, but this is my blooming kitchen, and I will not be outdone. So if you don't want to be seen as playing favourites, I suggest you lend me a hand.
I've never been one to play favourites, Molly. And I would be so.
A fried mortress of skyworm. That's one heck of a name. Recipe seemed easy enough to an old hand like myself. Thought I'd only... Turns out skyworm livers and drake's mint are not what I thought they were. At least I hope they're not, given the rancid mess they made.
Yvonne said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries. Who's to say the ingredients even existed?
Well, that's a question for a scholar, wouldn't you, kindly old fella who haunts the shelf?
Fine. And if he does, I'll see if I can find your ingredients for you.
You do that. Lest we forget, you've got a reputation.
Sure do.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be fun?
Sid, perhaps you can help me solve a mystery.
Always love
I can
mysteries.
certainly try. Who's gone missing this time?
It's not who, but what. Mid's scales, the ones she made for her workshop. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight, and shortly after the lesson, well, they vanished. My first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but when I asked, they swore they had nothing to do with their having disappeared. Which almost certainly means they had everything to do with it.
Perhaps a visit from Sid.
I think it just might. I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. But if they have, I'll have no choice but to discipline them accordingly. They were in the atrium when I last saw them. As...
To the atrium.
Lawsman Harpocrates. I've come to pick your brain if you don't mind. It's about the book you lent Yvonne.
Ah, Valisthea, A Culinary Pilgrimage, a classic. One of my favorites, in fact. The young man did a wonderful job with the Chance's stew. I do hope we shall be able to sample more such marvels in due course.
That's actually why I'm here. I don't suppose you know where I might find skyworm livers and drake's mint.
Ah, so the fabled Sandbrequois delicacy is next on the menu. Delightful. The descriptions of fried mortress never fail to make my mouth water. Now, skyworm is a somewhat antiquated name for the wyvern, their ground livers being the paste from which the mortress is made.
Dragon livers. How very Sandbrequois.
One would have thought the disciples of Bahamut would have a touch more reverence for their icon's brethren, but apparently not. I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback wyvern, said to be the very color of the sea beside which it resides.
So we know where to look for our liver. But what about the drake's mint?
Saint's bonnet in contemporary parlance, a herb which grows along the North Reach coast. I gather that one can locate the cheerful yellow flowers by their heady scent alone, so I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding them. I may add that people once believed game was best served with the flora that sustained it in life, in which regard fried mortress of skyworm is undoubtedly a typical dish of the time.
Meaning that if I find one, I find the other. To Northreach, then.
Best of luck, Clive, and do save me a bite once the dish is complete. I was wondering when next you'd visit. One can only speculate as to perhaps a sprig, regardless. I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before.
Level me up, buddy. Oh.
You wish to study the tomes?
Not even close to being close.
Is a storm coming, Sid?
It seems the hideaway's lost its...
Phil! Excuse me. Phil! Excuse me again. Master Clive, I apologize for this sudden and untoward gesture. Circumstances have forced me to seek immediate aid. There is none other to whom I may turn. Your most esteemed Lord Uncle has presented me with a task most vexing. and I fear I am wholly unable to perform to his vaulted expectations, namely due to a marked lack of martial aptitude on my part. To wit, I am but a manservant, not a mercenary. While I maintain the fitness ample to attend to the needs of a manor, to the attending of bandits and back alleys, I am sorely ill-equipped. If it please you, my lord, prithee come and see me at Martha's Rest, where I shall proceed to explain my predicament in full. Sincerely,
Rutherford.
Rutherford.
Wasn't that the name of my... Why would he be at Martha's?
Smooth like Butler. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so got another one of these, right? Did I not? Did. What did I get? Oh, I got the Guardian Scarf. That's right. That's right, that's right. Alright, to the atrium, which is all the way over there, and I got another quest along the way. Ooh, it's like we planned it. Hey, bro. Goats! Goots!
What am I gonna do? Is everything all right, Goots? You seem more discomposed than usual.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I'm in a bit of a muddle. Oh, I think Nan might be in trouble and...
It's all right.
Oh. Yeah. There was a trader came by. One of our usuals, like... Said he'd heard some rotten rumours about her down Dallymill Way. Folk are saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats and that. I mean, she's fond of a chance to make a coin or two, aye, but she'd never do business with baddies. Especially not the kind who go hurting people who haven't done out. I wanted to ask her about it myself, but I'm scared she'll give us a tongue lashing. She'd never give your tongue a lashing, though, would she?
She would.
Don't worry.
Oh, you'll let me know what she said?
Of course.
I heard the Emperor was impaled on his...
We're all gonna die! You hear me?
What do you
Alright,
reckon
listen
we
here, you
should
little
do?
brats.
Sid! Hard at your studies, I see. And what is that? It's not a set of scales, is it?
No. Of course it isn't.
Well, not anymore, it's not. Oh!
And just how long hasn't it been one?
We're sorry.
But we didn't break them. We dismembered them.
Just like Miss Mididol showed us.
Miss Mididol? And why would she have you dismembering her creations?
Because that's the only way to become a ninja-neer.
Miss Mididol said, the best way to see how something works is to take it apart and put it back together again.
Well then, your work is already half done. Carry on.
About that.
The taking apart was easy enough, but it's the putting back we can't work out.
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom. Then...
You three need to learn to take responsibility for your actions. So let's have a look at these parts with fresh eyes, shall we? All right. Everything here was once part of Miss Mididol's scales. Every piece has its own role to play, and each is just as important as the others. If even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. So let's think about what those roles might be. You already know one of the pieces, the body. Its role is to support everything else. But what of the others? This is called the arm. Why do you suppose that is? It doesn't look much like an arm.
You're right. It looks more like a wing. Like a chocobo wing!
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid? Will you teach me to ride one day?
I'll think about it. Now, what do arms do?
Hold things. So wait, maybe this arm holds things too?
Good thinking. You're on the right track. These round parts are called the pans. You all know what a pan is, don't you?
I do. Molly uses them in the kitchens to fry bangers. But these aren't for frying bangers, you idiot. They're for weighing stuff. But what if I wanted to weigh Goots? I don't think he'd fit on that little thing.
Probably not.
What are the chains for? Holding the pans up?
Well spotted. Which means something must hold the chains up in turn. This tiny piece is what's called a cogwheel, or gear. Have you ever seen one before?
I have. Miss Middledale's dungeon is full of them. Most are on the floor.
She puts them in all her inventions. They spin round and round and round and round and...
That's right. They're very useful when you want to make things move. Do you remember if there was anything on the scales that moved?
I remember the arm moved when I tried weighing an apple. And then somebody ate it.
It's not my fault. You shouldn't have tried weighing it before lunch.
You know what part's supposed to move and how it's supposed to move. So, let's put the pieces together first, see what doesn't move, and then stick the cogwheel to that.
Not a bad idea. You see? It's not so difficult. So, now that we've taken stock of the part,
I think we've got it.
Then here's what we'll do. You tell me what goes where, and I'll put the scales together.
Well, obviously you need to start with the body. All the other pieces fit onto it, don't they?
And the arms go on the body, just like real arms. Or wings, if you're a chocobo. And then the arms hold the pans by the chains.
Very good. Let's see if that works. There. All finished.
Yes! We did it!
Well, with Sid's help.
Oh, I just put the pieces together. It was you three engineers who showed me how.
That's right. We're Miss Middledale's hares.
Her hairs?
Yeah, hares for the future. She's showing us her secrets now, so we can help out the hideaway when we're older.
What do you think, Sid?
With a little more help from Miss Middledale and Miss Shirley, I'd say it won't be long at all.
You hear that?
Until then, though, do try to be honest with Miss Shirley.
Hey, look! We never used the cogwheel.
You don't think Sid forgot about it, do you? Didn't happen to forget anything, did you, Sid?
I did. I forgot to beat your ass.
We're all gonna die!
Whee! Whee!
I heard the Emperor was impaled on his...
Whee!
Lady Karen,
Not nearly as foul as...
you're doing good trade then.
Can't complain. What exactly? Not once in 5 long years do you pay my affairs half a care. But here you are today, raking me over the coals like a bloody popoto.
Just asking. All right.
Oh, are you? And who was it who knows me so well as to tell tales of my evil exploits?
I didn't exactly hear firsthand. All I know is that someone in Dalimil has been spreading word to that effect.
And what? You believe it? You think I'm profiting off the blood of innocents, do you? Look, I've done things I'm not proud of. Might be there were a time when I turned a blind eye to the wretchedness of the world so I could line my pocket. But that woman is no more. And you'd know that if you'd ever paid the slightest bit of notice.
You're right, Lady Karen. I apologize. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
No, it was. Now, I reckon you've got better things to do than pointing your do-gooding finger at a poor old woman.
Of course. I spoke with Lady Karen.
What did she say?
That the rumors were unfounded. And that, along with some other things, that while it sounds like she may have done things she regretted...
Oh, well, I knew Nan wasn't caught up in out bad. But why would people say she was? What did she ever...
No, but people do things for all sorts of reasons.
Well, I'm going to find out. That trader, he said they were all talking about her in Dalimil. So that's where I'm going.
Are you sure that's wise?
Oh, right. But that's why you'll be coming with me, isn't it, Clive?
It seems the hideaway's lost its...
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be...
Well, did...
It was as you thought. That they dismantled them to see how they worked.
Oh, no, Mid will have...
Thankfully she won't. This might even have been her idea, although I was the one who ended up teaching the lesson.
I'm so sorry, Sid. I shall see that the children are properly punished.
Please, there's no need. Mid seems to have taken the 3 of them under her wing. She's even calling them her heirs. She'd have them follow in her footsteps.
I see. Sid, do you know why Mid has been spending so...
She told me it was because her studies have been interrupted by events in Canva.
No, it isn't. The university offered her a commission. In exchange to anyone else, it would be an opportunity. But to Mid, who lost both her parents to war, it was but that should come as no surprise. She's only ever cared about bringing people hope. The very last thing war can be said to do.
Which explains her heirs. She's working to give them a better life. And so should I.
Ah, you've given them far more than that.
Quest complete! On balance. Alrighty! Why would you let me pick up quests if I can't go do any of them? I'll break something. Central Dalmechia. cloak and dagger.
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yote is at home down. The candle was attacked. She will already have begun gathering information.
Tables are set. We should pick up the pace.
Guess we can't
Let's
walk
go.
or jump down there.
We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they will allow it, the echoes have a will of their own.
I don't like this place. I don't like it one bit. I don't like it one bit.
Come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're not alone.
Straight home now. Good girl.
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
Oh no, he's blooded.
You're injured. What happened here? Where are your comrades?
Ether flood. Up ahead. It swallowed our camp while we slept. My own men did this. Turned every last one of them. There's a village not far from here. Tabor. The people were kind to us. It's only a matter of time before they won't stand a chance. We can't let those monsters reach the...
I'll go.
Thank you. Forgive me.
Rest well, soldier.
Quest accepted! Kill the bad guy.
You said the encampment was close. Let's hope the Akashic is still there.
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go round it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
I got here in time.
Burned him.
Someone there! Please, I can't move my leg!
That doesn't sound like an Akashic. You're with the battalion?
I am. I heard the fighting. Are the others?
Taken care of. One of you...
Another survivor?
His wounds were too deep.
was right to send you. Though Staber is safe thanks to you.
Don't need anything, bro. Bad blood, complete. Quest complete!
You seem familiar. Have we met?
Yeah, I
You
killed
must have me confused.
Killed your,
Wait. That scar.
Son of a whore. You're Sid. I was there in Cosmis when you killed my brothers. I was there in Rosalith when you killed my commander.
My war with Hugo Kupka is over. I bear no ill will toward those who followed him.
And what of my ill will? Coward! Draw your steel. Lord Kupka shall be avenged!
bruh.
When your wounds have healed and your head has cooled, come and find me if you must. Though I hazard your life would be better spent in service of those who need it. Or have you forgotten your oath to the Republic?
My oath? What would you know of oaths?
I know how hard they are to keep. Which is why I'm giving you the chance to keep yours.
No. I won't be deceived. Lord Kupka told us of your crimes. You are an outlaw. A murderer, not some
Man. Like you or anyone else.
I am nothing like you. But if you're not gonna kill me, then go. Leave! Just know that I will find you, Sid. Someday.
Look forward to it, friend.
Fly, Ambrosia.
We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
That'll do, girl.
Welcome, travelers. We don't get many visitors here at Tabor.
Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yote, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yote has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yote. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yotei and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloed knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them, yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
Meanwhile, the Agora, the free cities of Canada.
Are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce!
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
How dare you?
Distinguished members of the Council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king! He has come to save us from the Akashic. He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools! Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough. Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city, her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you. So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike. His very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominance, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it. Like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Now kiss.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
Adios.
We are in your debt, Yote.
Let's find our friends.
It's plain she cares for you very deeply.
And I heard, which is why I had to let her go.
Among you is bold enough to heed her call. Is that blade for hire, perchance?
Figuratively.
Well, a passing caravan carried with it a rumor most fortuitous for one in my trade. That an elder Dread Evis had been sighted in the field. Dread Evis are aggressive.
How do you want to sell?
Eventually, yes. Though I would have it tanned first that it might be crafted into marvels. Dread Evis skin is a rare thing indeed. But the worked hide of a well-aged beast. Now, that would fetch such coin that Gilbert himself might bring me that beast's skin, and I will share with...
All right. I'll hunt your Evis.
Of course you will. When one lives in such... Leave Tabor through the east gate, but take the path that branches west. Once you reach the checkpoint at Tovany, You are a mere stone's throw from the fields of Caratha. I eagerly await your safe and, above all, triumph.
Cyril. How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yotei is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you. Pray accept this token.
Phoenix down, baby!
For as long as you bear it, members of our order will reveal themselves unto you. If there is nothing further.
Nothing.
No. You are dismissed.
Your Grace.
Your Grace.
To Canva, then.
We'll talk about this later. Cyril seemed very, You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
Welcome, welcome. Come again.
Plan to.
Careful how you pack that leather. Any crystals.
You!
Hey, you!
Finally. No one was paying me the slightest heed.
Is something wrong?
At the university, the students would hang on my every word. Sadly, this far from home, I'm just a vagrant greybeard.
The university? You're a scholar.
A specialist in ancient cultures. The most accomplished in all Valisthea, some have said. Not that I look the part in these tattered rags. In my heyday, no obstacle could have kept me from my studies. Yet here I am, a wizened windbag, bested by the many steps of Tabor. The answers I seek lying just beyond my enfeebled reach. Would you do an old man a kindness and brave the stairs in my stead? You'll be amply rewarded, of course.
Climb the stairs and...
And memorize a few inscriptions for me. Assuming you know your letters, that is. Some courteous soul is rumored to have carved clues to Tabor's rich history into stones dotted about the village. 3 of them, to be precise. 1 each to the north, south, and east. I'm here in the hope that those carvings might shed light on a riddle I've been pondering for some time. Namely, the otherwise undocumented origins of Tabor's unique people. People quite unlike those of...
I can't promise I'll remember everything perfect.
Remember what you can. I'll piece together the rest. Make for the domed...
Thank you for the deal, lad.
What golden plains might the wanderers have called home, I wonder?
Have you noticed the elder?
Not a scratch on them. These hides will fetch a good price.
You wouldn't happen to have a decent whetstone in there, would you?
I'm sure I can find you something. All of these stones have a good bit of diamond.
So it's these stones to Canva, and the rest of the boxes to Dalamo.
Ooh, piece of candy. Another one.
No history would be complete without mention of the mother crystals.
That Cyril fellow's an odd fish, don't you think?
Well, scholarly sorts like him.
How are those new boots treating you?
If it wasn't for those domed roofs protecting the stones.
Careful how you pack that leather. Any crystals.
Farmers must have settled here in Tabor. I should speak to the old scholar before I forget everything I've read. The engravings were in good repair considering their age.
Oh, would that I could have seen for myself. Come, don't tease me now. What did you learn of this place and its people? Let's start with the engraving to this.
Guardians of the Crystal, the first stones of Tabor. Sacred hold thy noble blood, till ends the mother's labor. I'm pretty sure that was it.
Fascinating. It would seem the founders of this city were descendants of those fallen charged with protecting the Mother Crystals. But whatever could have driven the Guardians so far from their sacred charges? The engraving to the...
Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone. With pride recall thy noble past, and make these rocks a home. Or, I think that was it.
No doubt you're right. There are vestiges of nomadic customs in Tabor its Guardian roots could never account for. This is proving...
Children of the Hunters. Now, that's all three.
And so, we add primitive farmers to Tabor's founding people. 3 engravings. 1 for each of the 3 peoples to have settled Tabor in ancient times. Guardians of the Mother Crystal, wanderers from across the plains, and last but certainly not least, hunters turned farmers. Little wonder it was so difficult to trace the roots of Tabor's culture. Those roots reach down through 3 distinct traditions. Nonetheless, one cannot help but wonder why this fact is not better known among scholars, given that the stones stand here for all to see.
Too many stairs, perhaps.
Ha! Too many by far. Here, and thank you.
Quest complete! Carved in stone. I hope I did that right. I got stuff to do and people to see and all that. You know, I'm gonna do it. Go see Martha's Rest Folk.
Clive!
I wasn't expecting, but it seems we still owe you a... And though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were...
A star, Ruby? I can't accept this. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about that? Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again?
Something like that. Most days I think he's...
Same as all. Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander. Word is, he was the first one Sid reached out. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never... Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, but... And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it.
His death was hard on everyone. But
he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who not... I reckon what he saw in Sid, and don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither. That, and you keep good company.
I suppose I do. No goodbyes, just walking away. Rutherford, my lad!
My Lord Marquis, it is you. Then you received my letter.
Of course.
I am Sebastian Rutherford, Chief Steward of your Lord Uncle's estate.
Of course. We met once before.
Yes, my lord. Thank you for coming.
And what was so sensitive that you couldn't put it in writing?
1,000 apologies, my lord. I did not mean to offend. I merely...
It's all right. Continue.
I am here at Martha's Rest, at the behest of your lord uncle, tasked with learning what I am able of the realm's current state of affairs. And what I have learned is grim. The fall of the Mother Crystals has left Storm in a state of utter disarray. The subsequent darkening of the heavens has only made things worse. Akashic attacks, once unthinkable, are now commonplace. The gears of governance have ground to a halt, and without a steady hand on the tiller, the realm threatens to drift into utter chaos. Your lord uncle, however, believes there is a way to avoid this fate, and is determined to see it set in motion.
That sounds like quite the undertaking.
It is. Hence my having enlisted the aid of several colleagues serving the 7 high houses. Alas...
Alas?
I have lost contact with 2 of those colleagues already. They are both able-bodied and trained in the sword, yet in these dark times, even that may not prove sufficient to keep a man safe on the road.
So you want me to find them? I'll need to know where they went.
One I sent to investigate the Republic, the other the old Imperial capital of Oriflamme.
That doesn't...
Thank you, my lord. I shall pray for your success and...
To North Reach!
There were ghosts at the gate, not Daisy.
Whee!
Those things I said.
Whee!
So many were injured.
Milady, I come bearing gifts.
Gifts? Whatever is the occasion. Oh my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Otto asked me to give it to you. To settle the Hideaway's debt with the Veil. And to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive. I thought you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing, nor does the Hideaway. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. And for Otto's. For all of us.
Otto is lucky to I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the Hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Otto had a son.
Long ago, yes. And blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done. But it was clear that it weighed heavily on him.
I didn't know.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm beginning to see that. Goat will want to know the stones were delivered, if he's still with us.
We're still alive, aren't we?
To the meadows, then.
That's what the
We will.
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia. Hippocrates said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby. Bright blue dragons and bright yellow flowers. Should be easy enough to spot. You deserve a rest. This must be our wyvern. Right. Let's get this over with. Too slow. Nice try. That's the wyvern's liver. Now I just need to find the herbs. Bright yellow with a heady scent. I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe. Better head back.
I'm gonna try to fight this dragon. Gonna try and fight this dragon. Gonna kick him in his face.
This won't be easy.
Move, drag, get out the way.
deserve a rest.
What the heck is that? Nice. Alright, while I'm here, 5,284. What's that? That's what I have equipped. Don't care about that. Now we're trying it out. Let's try it out. Oh, we mastered it. Okay. Oh yeah. Why not? Why not? What's this thing? Fire a massive beam. Overcharged light that burns enemy in. It's probably better than this flame breath, right? Learn it. Let's equip it. See if this works. Just be careful. You'll summon me, dragon? Bull spit. How did that hit me? I don't know. I'm fighting him again. Oh, I should have saved it. Dang it. Dang it.
Ready, go? Run like the wind.
I'm gonna save it just before, just in case, you know? Although I don't have to fight him again when I kill him.
Be safe. There's no turning back. Ugh.
Oh my god. Oh no. I don't know what that means. It's scary. Oh. Easy, baby! Dang, girl, look at all that experience. Finally, something worthy of my time. Orichalcum, Fallen Enigma, Amber, and an empty chart.
Definitely not to be trifled with.
Do 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 do. Finish this one up, and we'll be done. Maybe finish another one. We'll finish this one up because the other one's along the way, I think.
It's not going to be easy finding one man in an entire republic. Let's hope someone here's seen something.
So
it shouldn't be too hard to find goods.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that you can. I was pretty disappointed up until just doing like experimenting and stuff with the game for like the way combat was. It felt very attack heavy, and I still think it's. I think it's still pretty combat physical combat focused, but the build that boss fight just kind of showcased like you can be magical, because I do feel like the Bahamut thing is pretty magic based, and Ramu's Judgment Bolt also pretty magic based. So it's pretty cool that you can do you can have a magic based build despite being up until this point really a physical focused game from the way I've been playing.
I found someone who says he's heard the rumors about Nan.
Have you?
Have you?
Go on. Tell him what you told me.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen's been selling steel to whoever will pay her price, be they knight or knave. Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, the more war they'll wage. And the more war being waged, the more call for swords and spears. And who will they all turn to keep them in steel? Why, the good Reaper herself.
And you've seen this Reaper at work?
Aye, it just so happens I have. You'll find her right here plying her trade most days.
Here in Delamil? Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market, but if you're not the patient type, you can probably find her at her storehouse on the edge of town. But it'd be a bolder man than me that braved that particular nest of vipers. Feeling bold, traveler?
Yeah.
I hope so, for your sake. Now, if that's all, I have places to be.
Bold and
sorry to have kept you.
You don't think Nan's the Reaper, do you?
No.
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to be in two places at once.
Eh? What do you mean?
Lady Karen hasn't left the hideaway in weeks. So who has been running this stall he spoke of?
Good question. I'll go and have a look.
And I'll visit this storehouse on the edge of town.
All right, but
Be careful, Clive.
You too.
You too,
Bugagoo. Wait. Guess we'll go do that one first. Skipping through
We haven't seen the
Dalamel.
last of those bastards. But when they attack again,
Be ready.
Ready, go? Fly, Ambrosia. Someone's got himself in trouble.
I don't see your master here, so you can start by giving us all the coppers in your purse.
I already told you, I have nothing.
And maybe we'll take that pretty outfit and the steel you're wearing.
Please! These men are trying to rob me!
I'll deal with this.
Thank you.
You that one's master, then? If you'd kindly pay the coin he owes us, we can pretend you didn't draw your blade on Republican soldiers.
Or you can go back to your garrison and I won't report you to your captain.
Oh, you're more than welcome to. He hasn't had many visitors since we slit his throat.
Goodbye, friends.
Farewell.
I'd expect as much from Hugo's faithful, but these were men of the fist.
Much has changed in the Republican army since they lost their rock.
You've seen this kind of thing before, then?
Many times. I was sent here to observe the situation.
You're one of Rutherford's men. He sent me to look for you.
Well, then you have my thanks. I fancy I could defend myself against one, perhaps two, but a whole regiment. I arrived in Dalamil several days ago, but when I called upon the captain of the local garrison to make inquiries, his men confiscated my effects and locked me in a cell.
The captain is no more, and his men make the rules now.
Fortunately, I was able to bribe my way free, only to be stopped again by those soldiers you so kindly dispatched.
What of the Fist's Central Command? Surely they wouldn't allow such lawlessness amongst their ranks.
I would imagine they are unaware of it. Most of the army has fallen back to the capital and hunkered down behind her walls. Those who weren't recalled now rule the fringes unchecked, answering to no one but themselves.
Then it's worse than we imagined. You should return to Rosaria. It's not safe here.
I'll find a caravan heading north. You won't mind if I borrow one of these soldiers' coin purses?
Help yourself, my friend.
Not at all. Now, to find this second associate of Rutherford's. If he was bound for Oriflamme, I'll start at Northreach and see if I can pick up his trail.
Dadgummit, that's where I was just at. marks in this here region. Let's go south and do that one, and then come back north. Good grief.
Caution, brother.
Call that the Choco Kick.
Old he may be, but it looks like there's still plenty of fight in him yet.
Oh, that's why, because it's the same place, so I actually can't get the mark because I'm not over there. I get it. We're still in Dalmatia.
You fought very bravely.
The safety of the town is in our hands.
Wow.
Let's go. Time to brave the Viper's Nest.
I've been here before. Otto, my boy.
Just you, is it? Thought I might have laid it on a bit thick.
It was a fairly unconvincing tale. So, what now?
That's up to you. Die a slow death, or a quick one. Boys, he's all yours. But that sword is mine.
Leave now, or we could pretend this didn't happen.
Soil and stone!
maybe Bahamut's a little OP.
Oh, you've done it now.
Go on. Tell me what I've done.
When the Borgwyn finds out you've killed his men, he'll have your head. He only wanted that bull of a manservant, the dim one always clinging to Karen's skirts. You weren't even supposed to be here. Who the hell are you anyway?
What were you going to do to him?
The Borgwyn wanted him to get to Karen. I was only supposed to point the lamp in the right direction once he arrived in Dalamil. But then you turned up. Well, go on then. If you're going to end me, end me.
You're not worth the effort. Now be gone, before I change my mind.
Fucking coward!
I need to find Goots. Right now.
Right now. Goots, my boots!
Get your filthy paws off me, you naughty-pated lout!
Stop calling me names! And stop spreading them horrible lies about Nan!
Well, that will be easy enough. For they are not lies. Every last word is true. And she must pay for her crimes in blood.
Blood?
Goose, are you all right?
He's gonna kill Nan! He said she had to pay in blood!
After what she did, it is only right. She ruined my life and the lives of countless others. That loathsome harpy's very existence is a crime, and I will not allow it to continue. Goots, was it? I have no quarrel with you. Only with your employer. Run along now. You need not pay for her sins.
No.
No?
I don't care what she did. I won't let you hurt Nan. Promise me you won't hurt her, or I'll kill you myself!
Goots, no.
Enough, all of you!
But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Did you think I wouldn't notice the two of you slinking off together? Well, the whole thing got me thinking, who in Dalamil might bear me a grudge? And a certain snivelling shit I ran afoul of in my fairy years came to mind. Though it was just Bogan back then, wasn't it? I thought the years might have taught you some sense, but I see you're the same pants-pissing craven you've always been. What was it we called you? Wet legs?
You bitch! Everything that happened, it was all your fault! And now you'll finally pay for what you did to me!
Goots, you...
If you want a piece of Nan, you'll have to go through me.
Fuck!
You great galoot. Out of the way, I can handle this myself. So, wet legs, you remember what you told me when we last met? An eye for an eye. Wise words, Sam. Wise words. And now, it's time to collect. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Is he...
Dead? No. But I reckon he wishes he was. It isn't easy going through life one eye short of a pair. After all, I should know.
You don't mean...
Oh, don't tell me you didn't notice. Lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were working the same routes. Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of the sort, mind. But that didn't stop him taking his little revenge. So I took some of my own. Sorry, lost everything. His coin, his clients. Always knew he'd be back one day to claim his due. But he crossed a line dragging poor Goots into this. He didn't hurt you, did he?
No, Nan. Still got all my arms, see? Legs too. But what if he comes back again?
What if he does? First we take the other eye, then we work our way down. He'll learn his lesson soon enough. But something tells me the Wet Legs has learned it already. Right. Let's get you back to the hideaway. You've attracted quite enough attention already. Ta-ra, Clive.
Ta-ra. I don't know...
Remind me never to cross you, Karen.
I don't know who you're referring to. I think you're referring to Karen, and I don't think she gave me the puppy. I know she didn't give me the puppy. I got the puppy at the very, very, very beginning of the game as a puppy. If you missed that, you should probably go watch my YouTube videos, and you can see the cuteness. Humble plug, selfless plug. I mean, no. Alright, who do I got to talk to? Those two people and that person. Let's go up here. Let's do this one first. Let's get this one out of the way because
Did you see that?
it's really annoying. This guy to be an idiot and useless.
Are we even safe here?
Good.
I don't even know why you have a job.
So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
Ah, about that. I tried my best, but she was just too stubborn to take it. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever. Let me see what I can do.
Oh, wonderful.
How may I help you today, Clive? Your benefactors are a generous lot. You earned this. All done?
Well, I guess almost everyone in the hideout's doing their job since you like them all.
Lady Karen, Goad tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you lot me hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the hideaway's coffers, but those were donations, and you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
Of course not. But one good turn deserves another. And our circumstances have changed. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you?
Well, technically.
Fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not. Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and ask... Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
I hear you ended up delivering all 3 stones. Thanks to this lump. I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
I wonder the same thing.
I still haven't been paid last month's wages.
Oh, so you remember what's owed to you then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square.
Right away.
I've seen that before.
You have, yeah. Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Sid ever used. Either out of habit, or because the filthy soul couldn't be bothered to find a clean one.
I knew so little about him.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him.
I bet they do.
How long did you know Sid before he...
Before he died. 20 summers, give or take. Back in the day, I was a purser on a trade ship, which is where I met him. He bought passage to... I forget where. And having nothing better to do on the long nights, we sat up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that. On account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Sid stayed close, promising we'd one day sail the seas again. That was before fate stepped in and said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day, and there was no hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family have...
My family were the ones who summoned the constable, wanted the monster taken away. I couldn't turn my back on him, forget what I felt, and I couldn't for the life of me understand how they could. Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me when I had no tears left of my own. Him who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again. And he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone. Just like that. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth. He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
Hmm? What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction, and I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather goat were at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
That was really sad. I have Sid's goblet. I can display it in my room. That's sweet. Whee! Man, what a downer to end the stream on. Maybe one of these other two side quests will be a little bit better.
Nothing like a dish of cold vengeance to foul the gut.
I didn't mean to make things worse. I just thought I had to protect...
Aye, well, someone had to. Your parents certainly didn't give a whit for your well-being. Reckon the both of us would be worse off if I'd not taken you up. You've always been me right eye, Goots, and I'd have you stay that way. So don't you dare go looking for trouble again.
Well, I will. If you ever need help, I'll do it again and again, and you can't stop me.
Why, you big lump. Fine. Play the hero if it makes you happy.
Thanks, Nan. I won't let you down.
There's nothing he wouldn't do for you.
That's as maybe. But if he's ever to make his own way in life, he'll need to start looking out for himself as well. Till then, he'll need people to watch his back, just like you did in Dalamil.
Of course. His family.
Stop it. You make me one good eye, mister. I don't go thinking that'll do you any favours. A potion today'll cost you the same as it did yesterday.
Quest complete! An eye for an eye leads the whole world blind. Continental sensor. Yeah, dude, I got another one! My room's gonna be all decorated soon.
Let me tell you a story.
All right.
Them rumours wet legs were spreading. Might be they weren't just tales plucked. You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular about who I sold steel to, so long as they paid me the right price. Some women lust after blood, others after flesh, but me, I were always one for gold. And to satisfy that lust, I sold to opposing armies, stabbed my every client in the back, made myself the most hated woman in the twins. But then one day I met a man who made me a different kind of offer. Said he'd give me access to a realm-wide community of like-minded individuals in constant need of steel and sundries. On the condition I sold to him and his alone.
Was that the first time you met Sid?
Aye. And I fell right into his damn trap. He was true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And I soon started making the best profits I've seen since taking up the trade. And all without aiding or abetting any outlaws. Except Sid himself, that is. Told me about his plan to topple the mother crystals, you know. Said that with them gone, the realm would want for all manner of things. An opportunity for the likes of me to mint gil. Why, I reckon an enterprising individual could find himself the richest dam in the twins. And that's when he had me. I emptied my stores that day and moved into the hideaway proper. And the rest, as they say, is ancient bloody history. A dozen years on, and I'm still not the richest dam. Not for lack of trying, mind. But I can say that I have never been happier. You've all shown me there are some things more precious than gil.
That there are.
So don't you go messing it all up, or you'll have me to answer to.
Okay.
Clive. Go on, then. You'll not find a better price than that. Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered
Seems the
either way.
hideaway's lost its... So, did you have that word with Tony?
I did, and he was as helpful as ever.
And what precisely will I be cooking up?
Blueback wyvern liver. And, a herb known as Saint's Bonnet.
Ah, wyvern livers, was it? Well, at least it weren't actual worms, I suppose. Now then, you stay right where you are. Let's hope these grand old chefs of yore knew what they were on about.
Better save Tom's a bite. Several hours later.
And here we have it. Fried mortress of skyworm. Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for consumption. Well, I say offered. He as good as begged.
And rightly so. Is there any higher honor than partaking in a slice of culinary history?
So, not fit for consumption then?
What witchery is this? The crackle of the crust gives way to an almost violent richness. Yet, it is the piquant kiss of the saint's bonnet that tames this savage dish. It is a tour de force, a force of nature even, a maelstrom of flavour and sensation, a graceful beast emerging from centuries of slumber.
I think he likes it.
Well, I can't quite tell with all that nonsense he's talking. But I reckon you might be right. It was decent then, I take it.
Decent? It's remarkable. And I defy any man to say a word to the contrary. Sid, might I suggest that you command a party of your finest men and women to procure a dozen blueback wyverns forthwith?
I'll give it some thought.
Quest complete. Not to be outdone. Let it. Alright, I believe I'm done with side quests. I mean, I know I have the one left to do. It's Homeboy. This one I just gotta turn in. This one I gotta do. I don't believe the only mark available, only 2 marks available is the thing that I can't find, which I'm gonna find. Trust me. And the one I don't think I can get to just yet. Yep. And that's gonna be it for today. Cloak and Dagger. Level 39. We got to be nearing the end. I don't think I'm gonna finish it next session, obviously, but I do think I'm getting pretty close. I know I have to at least do Odin, which, right? It looks like I have 2 icons left to unlock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is weird because there's supposed to be 8. So I guess like I guess I never get Shiva. Is one that I could never get. Odin will be 1, and then Shiva is the other one I was thinking, but I don't know who it will be because I don't know. But it can't be this because this is an unknown icon. So yeah, there's another element that I'm missing. Light, shadow, earth, wind, water. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Time will tell. But thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. The video will be uploaded pretty soon, so you can tell your friends. And I will catch you in the next video.